All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny Phoenix. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The high-octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits Phoenix Raceway tonight for our 120-lap race. It's the dog leg, and it's race number 7 of the season. Who's got what it takes to tame the leg? There's only one way to find out, baby, and that's watching right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, the Buschwackers Series in action again on a Friday night. It's race number 7. It's sunny Phoenix, and it is going to be a party. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight, and a good one for you in store with sunny Phoenix. 120-lap race. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and excited to bring you flag-to-flag coverage tonight at Phoenix. A little bit late getting started. Had to help one of the drivers get set up here, so just about 6 minutes left to go in the practice session. So we're going to hit the gas pedal. Thank you so much for coming in here tonight, for joining me on TurnLeftTV. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. How about hosting your website or your online store? Those also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Nancy provides our website here at highoctaneracing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. Quick link to our Discord server where we do most of our business there. You get updates of point standing schedules, all that jazz. We got some great series running. 4 different race series running right now. This is... Oh, I forgot to move it down. What in the world? Oh, my gosh. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. This is race number 7 of the season in Phoenix here tonight, 120-lap race. We were in Texas last week. That was a fun race to watch. So we'll be at sunny Phoenix tonight, wherever you are. And they're looking at Vegas, Charlotte, and Nashville, the last 3 races after tonight. Whoa. If somebody's going to make a move, they got to be making a move soon. Take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. Sean Jacobs, a 1-point lead over Claudio Bardelli Jr. Are you kidding me? I haven't seen Claudio yet tonight either, so he may be absent. Like Craig Marizon just 8 points back in 3rd. Dana Grover 4th. Franco Alvarez rounding out the top 5. Zia Palumbo, Preston Hassel, Javaldo Spindle, Archer Vieta, and Dennis Udichin rounding out that top 10. Page number 2 led by Wesley Dean. Craig Gallagher sits 12th in points. Tony Furtado 13th. Jesus Iglesias 14th. Aritzky Novar is 50th. You see Benner Silva, Jair Leveda, Dan Richter, Eugene Fedorov, and Julio Caligari rounding out that top 20, and there is 21 through 26 for the part-time racers. 3 minutes left to go in the practice session. Welcome to Aaron Maxett, the Black Rifle Coffee Company number 53 car. Take a look at the track here at Phoenix. A little over a mile in length. I think it's a 5-turn track. I said this time and time again. That dog leg is just another turn for me, man. It says 4 turns, but I think it's 5. Turns 1 and 2 banking 10 to 11 degrees. Turn 3 and 4 around 8 to 9 degrees. And the dog leg 10 to 11 degrees. And some banking there in the backstretch, or on the backstretch and the front stretch, respectively. Interesting track. A lot of fun here. It is really, really racy. Dana Grover racing in the Trax VR number 89 car. Thanks to Trax VR for providing folks a place to race. A couple minutes left to go in the practice session. More racing headed your way this weekend. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. You do not want to miss it. It's race number 2 of the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Will be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. It's my home, Indy, baby. Indy GP 50-lap race coming up tomorrow. Race number 2 of that exciting season. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at Kansas tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Come on out and join us. We're doing some testing and having a lot of fun with the next-gen mod, so come on out and join us on a Saturday night. It's the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button and let's beat that algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash the bell or massage the bell or just whisper in its ear. Thank you for supporting High Octane Racing League, all the new subscribers and all the folks who've been with me from the very beginning, and everybody in between. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your support. If you'd like to support me further, you can click on the link in the description of the race and buy me a coffee. Love that, man. I love coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now. Just need help with my addiction. Help me out there by really coming out, watching, subscribe, and inviting your friends to come out and watch too. Appreciate that. More views, more subscribers, more thumbs up, all helps beat the algorithm. They want to keep the little man like me down. We got to prove him wrong. Looks like we're headed over to the qualification session here, so maybe an interesting one. So practice is over and headed to quals, baby. So 120 laps tonight. Fun track here at Phoenix, and I think we're going to have some exciting racing. Keep our fingers crossed for a good solid connection. We've had some trouble. We're on our backup server here. We've had some trouble with this server occasion, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for a good solid race here tonight. Get my pick in here tonight too, early. Before quals, I'm going to call it before quals are finished. So in qualification right now, and taking a look at Sean Jacobs in the 24. As he makes his qualification attempt. Tower up here. Dennis Schutterson 27.658 is the top time, but Sean Jacobs knocking him off the top, and Alvarez says, let me return the favor to you, Sean. 26.653 is the top time. He's happened in a hurry here. Take a look at Ed Palumbo in the 54 as he's going to make his qualification attempt. Santiago Barrios up to P2. Jacobs now down to third. Preston Hassel, look at that. Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Ford, Chevy. Ed Palumbo in the helmet sponsor number 54. This is a track that's pretty good for him too, so keep your eyes on him. Now Preston Hassel jumping up there to P2. This would be a lot more exciting if we had independent, individual qualifying, but it would take forever. Ed Palumbo in the helmet sponsor number 54. It's working. Oh, man, a little bit of contact with the wall coming off turn 4, and that's going to slow him down somewhat. But he's at P2, just a 10th back, so making contact with the wall. My heavens, man. Take a look at Craig Gallagher. Looks like he's finished up there at the Toyota. How about Claudio Bardelli Jr.? Alvarez the top time, Palumbo second. Marizon up to P3. Preston Hassel fourth. Santiago Barrios is in P5. Bardelli Jr. jumps up to P2. Man, that is a fast lap there, just 9/100ths of a second behind. Holy smokes. He might have made contact with the wall there as well. And Bardelli Jr. Finishing up his lap. Sure, Ed Palumbo looks like he backed off that second lap here. Not sure about Vieira. Vieira is still in the pits. Gordon Carter and Chris Hughes also in the pits. So about 6 minutes left to go. Still a couple people I think may be going to qualify. Not sure about Vieira. Gordon Carter, Arthur Vieira or Gordon Carter and Chris Hughes not made laps yet. So that's, I don't know if that'll do it for quals, but it looks like side-by-side view there.
TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV. Hold on to your butts, cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas! Alright. Race fans, my heavens! My heavens! Buschwackers! Saturday night! Thunder! Tough trucks! Nascar! IndyCar! GT3!
All right, we are back, and quals are just about finished. They're technically finished qualifying, but they're not. Time is still clicking off there, so. We'll give you the results here in just a moment. Thank you for coming in and watching the race, whether it be live or on replay. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And we have a good one for you here tonight, man. 120-lap race number 7 of the season here at Phoenix. Sunny Phoenix. And it looks like we are done with the qualification session, and in warm-up, we'll give you the results of qualifying. Franco Alvarez, my pick to win this race tonight, qualifies P1 with a 26.485. Qualifying in second is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Ed Palumbo, good qual there for him, qualifies in P3 with the 54 car. Also in row number 2 is Craig Marazon in the 4th position, outside row 2 in the 60 car. Preston Hassel and Santiago Barrios all forward row 3. Preston Hassel in 5th. Santiago is in 6th. Sean Jacobs qualifies in the 7th position with the 26.759. Tony Furtado in 8th. So we'll start 8th in the 9th car. Givaldo Spindola starts in the 9th position. Better and better qualifications there for Givaldo. I'm telling you, man, a win is in his future. And it may be sooner rather than later. Qualifies in 9th with 26.921. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, qualifies in P10 with that Trax VR Racing number 89 Toyota. Qualifying in 11th, also in the Toyota, is Denis Yunichin, our Ukrainian Superman. He's racing in the Bull car tonight, whatever that is. I don't know what the sponsor is for that. Just see a big bull on the side, which is kind of cool, actually. Qualifies P11. Craig Gallagher also in the Toyota 9X. Will start in 12th. Archie Vieta starts in the 13th position. Gordon Carter 14th. Chris Hughes will start 15th. And I think we actually have 17 drivers here. So Colin Matiak is back. So good to see Colin. And he's going to be out here racing with us tonight. And Aaron Axett as well. So those guys will start 16th and 17th respectively. Well, I have given you a look at the track. It's time to take a look at the keys to the race tonight. And respect the leg, baby. The dog leg is where a lot of stuff happens, and you got to respect it. Drive the track here. Manage those tires. This thing can burn off tires. It's easy to really, really want to get racy here tonight, man. So you got to manage your tires so you're good in the long run. Make sure you get your good track positions. Tough to pass here, especially through the dogleg section, and make sure your pit stops are on point. Exercise that patience as well. That goes with that tire management. So thank you guys for coming in and watching TurnLeftTV. Darren Holloway, Preston, of course, wishing us good luck. Good luck to you, too. Fireball Flash, that's Dana Grover. Good luck to him tonight. Givaldo, of course, starting us off like he does each and every week. And Trax VR providing Dana a place to race tonight. Maybe we'll get some more of those Trax VR guys joining us, and we'll have a whole crew of Trax VR guys out there on the track, huh? That'd be awesome. I need some Trax VR swag, man. If you guys got a t-shirt or a hat or something like that, let me know where I can buy it. I'd love to have that. Wear it to work some days too, especially if it's got black. If it's a black shirt, I can wear that to work, man, on Friday night or Fridays. We can either wear black and red, or red. But if it's got a little black and orange in it, hey, that's cool with me too. I'm colorblind, so I can definitely tell black. But yeah, give Dana a link there to share with me, and I'll be happy to purchase some through them, man. Through Trax VR, I love that. I'm all about long sleeve shirts. I like the long sleeve t-shirts. They're a little bit more formal when I can wear a t-shirt on Fridays than a short sleeve. Well, my pick tonight, who did I pick? I think you already did it. I picked Alvarez tonight. Franco Alvarez, my pick to win this race. He's got some competition, man. Santiago Barrios is very fast as well since joining us in the stock cars. Don't count this guy out, Archie Vieta. He's fast here tonight as well. And look who's back. Colin Matiak, the whippersnapper, is back. He's going to be racing Indy cars tomorrow night, so he was getting the racing bug and decided to join us tonight in the stock cars. So hopefully he doesn't wear himself out for that tough race that he's going to be in tomorrow. And I saw the points. I saw the practice. I saw practice results, and he's at the top of the grid. So Colin Matiak. Take a look at Chris Hughes. We haven't seen Chris Hughes in a while. Good to see Chris Hughes out here. On Shape sponsored Camaro. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action on Wednesday, May the 14th, a 100-lap race from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh boy, that's a fun one. A lot of guys like Charlotte, so that should be a fun race. If you're interested in racing in the truck series, got a QR code there. You can check that out. And we'll get you hooked up. Join us over on our Discord server. Is it Chivers? Chris Chivers joining us in the chat. Good to see Chris. He's got all the little emojis going on there, doesn't he? Well, welcome. Thanks for keeping the chat lively. We also want to welcome again Santiago Barrios for joining us here in this series. Also Aaron Axett joining us. Craig Gallagher joining us. Chris Hughes is back. And Colin, of course. Craig Barazon here tonight. Wow, man. Well, I've got my pick in. Time to get your pick in here tonight. Oh, Ritsky Novar said he's coming in. We are going to restart warm-up here, maybe. It looks like Ritsky Novar, a little bit of a late to the grid type of thing. Shame on Ritsky. Waiting on Ritsky Novar. We're going to call him out, man. Bad, Ritsky. Bad. Get a tardy. So we will have this in, get him in here in just a moment. Don't forget to join me tomorrow afternoon here in the United States at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live with the Indy GP 50-lap race, the second race of the IndyCar Series Championship. And we are at a great track, a home track for me, and that is Indy GP. We got 2 stints at Indy this season, Indy GP and, of course, the Indy Oval, baby, the Brickyard. So in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series, I'll be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to broadcast that live flag-to-flag coverage. Try to check. Forget to help Claudio Bardelli Jr. out by going to his YouTube channel, Sober Tom Podcast on YouTube. All things music. And Claudio, one of our favorite sons here at High Octane Racing League. Check him out on Sober Tom Podcast. There he is. There's Claudio. Sober Tom Podcast, man of the hour. Still waiting on Ritzky here to get in, so he's loading. Man, what's he doing? Is he running like a Pentium 1? Come on, let's go. Hey, it looks like waiting for somebody kicked me out of my game. So well, hang on one second. A little bit of a technical deal here. Just keep what week goes by that I don't have a little technical situation going on, whether it be waiting for somebody or, you know, who knows. Should be just a moment. Thank you for being patient, folks. Appreciate it. We're back in here. We'll get a little bit of a wait here on this catch up with us, loading all the cars. Okay, we are just waiting on a few moments here. Get things fired back up. Somebody joined late and I got kicked. Love this game, man. Love this game. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way tomorrow night at 8 p.m. It's a 100-lap race from Kansas. That's right, a fun track headed your way. And that is a test series we got going on. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with the boys there on Saturday night. This is a Saturday Night Thunder. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action on Wednesday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a 100-lap race. It's race number 9 of the season. Man, we're getting close to crowning the champion there for season 2. Exciting for that. That's going to be an exciting finish to that season, too. I think we got a close championship going on there. And then, of course, the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be back in action tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. A little bit of a holding pattern here until we get some data coming in. Does this with this overlays there. We had to do a restart to wait for a driver. So we are not getting any countdown going on here for some reason. So we've got a couple minutes left in the practice session, and we're going to go, or in the warm-up session, we're going to go. Overlays be darned. So it looks like we've got about a minute and a half here before we go. I appreciate folks coming in here and being patient with us tonight, having a little bit of a technical issue with some folks that are coming in late. And I got kicked as a result when they did the restart. So we are getting ready to go. It's going to give you a blank driver box here. You'll see that. See that right there? It's not right. It is not right. So it looks like these guys are ready to rock and roll. Keep our fingers crossed here for a good start. All right, here we go, boys and girls.
Attention grid, all non-essential.
All right, here we go for the 5th time. All right, looks like we are populating the grid now. Finally, huh? I think. Oh, boy. Well, I don't have the... So Franco Alvarez starts in P1, wherever he's at. There we go. Starting in the 2nd position will be Claudio Bardelli Jr. Starting in 3rd will be Ed Palumbo. 4th, I believe, is Craig Marizon, who will be joining the grid here just shortly. Preston Hassel starts 5th. Santiago Barrio starts in the 6th position. Sean Jacobs starts in 7th. 8th will be Tony Furtado. Starting in 9th is Givaldo Spindola. Starting in the 10th position will be Dana Grover. Here we go. I think we got it. Maybe. There we go. Alvarez starts P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts at the 2nd position. Ed Palumbo starts in 3rd. Marizon starts in the 4th position. Starting in 5th will be Preston Hassel. Santiago Barrio starts in the 6th position. Sean Jacobs 7th. Tony Furtado starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th, Waldo Spindola. Starting in 10th, Dana Grover. 11th is Dennis Yunichin. And Craig Gallagher starts in the 12th position. Starting in the 13th spot, Archie Vieta. Chris Hughes in the 7th car starts 14th. Colin Matiak starts 15th. Aaron Axis starts in the 16th position. And we are off. Mitsuki Govar starts in 18th. See how this this whole thing just threw me off my game, man. Franco Alvarez kicks it off. Golly, this game is crazy. That's right, Santiago. 83 of Franco Alvarez is the leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 2nd. Palumbo is 3rd. Oh, looks like the 53 Aaron Axett up in the outside wall there early on. So the 53 making some contact with the outside wall. Alvarez continuing to lead as Bardelli Jr. just behind. Ed Palumbo is in third. On board here with Ed Palumbo. Craig Marizon is in the fourth position. Marizon in that 60 car, Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine. Preston Hassel running in P5. Santiago Barrios is in the sixth position, hounding that 27 car right now. On board here with Santiago, as you see the 27, Preston Hassel in that Castrol Edge sponsor machine. And Sean Jacobs running behind him in the seventh spot. '53 up on the high side. Whoa! Almost gets down into the 9X car. The 9X of Craig Gallagher out of the way as the 53 got a little bit squirrely there. Aaron Axett more contact with the outside wall. That Black Rifle Coffee Company machine. Franco Alvarez continuing to lead. Bardelli Jr. starting to hound him a little bit. We get a battle here with Colin Matiak and Dennis Udichin. Udichin holding off Matiak. Matiak in his first race back with us. Good to see Colin. I know he's going to be in the IndyCar race tomorrow. One of our great Ohio drivers. And look at that. Archie Vieta hounded him in the 4 car. On board here with Colin Matiak, looking ahead at Dennis Udichin. Archie Vieta just behind in the 4. He's running in the 13th position. Not a, look at that, Ritzky Novar working on the outside of Archie Vieta. Vieta might be thinking tire safe strategy here in the 4. As he's going to let Ritzky Novar go by. Not with much of a fight there. Novar drifting up high there. Vieta now peeking around on the low side. Going to back off. And Vieta might be thinking about that tire safe, fuel safe strategy. Back here to take a look at Franco Alvarez and Claudio Bardelli Jr. right there. Those two guys have walked away a little bit, about a second up on P3, which is Craig Marizon. And this is a pretty tight battle here. Colin Matiak now below the 47 car. Matiak trying to make a pass here on the 47, the 4X. And Matiak picking up a spot now, moving up to P11. As Dennis Udichin falling back to P12. Take a look at Sean Jacobs running in the 7th position. That 24 car. Oh, Claudio Bardelli Jr. might have lost his connection. Not sure what happened here to Bardelli, and he is off. So Bardelli Jr. uncharacteristic there for him, and he's lost his connection, it looks like. Not a, the Gremlins are out tonight for this race, that is for sure. So Alvarez now out there by himself as Marizon trying to close in. And a little problem with Bardelli Jr. Being disconnected here. Palumbo is in 3rd, Hassel 4th. Preston Hassel running in the 4th position at 27. Preston Hassel running behind Ed Palumbo. Palumbo in the 54 car just ahead, running in P3. Santiago Barrios running in the 5th position as Sean Jacobs following him in the 24. Get out of the back of Santiago's car. Sean Jacobs running in the 6th position. Artur Vieira now closing in on Ritsky Novar in the 4, trying to get around.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Well, we got a yellow flag. We were watching a replay there, but it looked like maybe some contact. Oh, right there, contact as the 47 and the 4 get together. I think that 47 really dove down to that bottom line here. We'll take a look as the 4 goes down to the bottom, and the 47 diving down there. And
Is that where you saving?
some incidental contact there. Contact with the 4 and the 47. See the 47 diving down to the inside. Not much room to make adjustments there for the 4 car. And the pace car is out. Going back to live here as first caution flag, 17 laps in. So first caution flag. Hopefully our only caution flag. And we got some guys coming down pit lane. I didn't see really too much damage on either one of their parts. They just both spun. Maybe a little bit of front end damage. I don't think Artur really didn't have a lot of time. If you go back and look at this again, he didn't really have it. So he's down to the inside, and Dennis really takes that car down to the inside from the high line, and not a lot of time to react here. See that right there. And Dennis kept it going, but Vieira got spun around. Uderchin is going to get some laps led here at 47. Some guys are on pit lane now taking some service. No tire rule here, so I'd be taking 4 tires every time as long as it's not going to hurt me too badly in track position. Insane creator in real life there. It's Aaron. Not sure what you're using for a controller there, Aaron. Be kind of interesting to know. Gallagher is in the 2nd position. A couple Toyotas there, P1, P2. I think Gallagher has come down pit lane, so he is traveling down pit lane to take some service. Bardelli Jr., good news for him, although he is 4 laps down. He's going to get a penalty there for speeding on pit lane, so not a huge deal. He's going to start at the end of the longest line anyway. Now, Udichin looks like he's a little frisky on staying out. This is going to be interesting. Alvarez, I think he pitted, so Udichin has stayed out. This is going to be interesting to see how this works out with this 47. Is he going to dive down pit lane here? I don't think so. Oh, well, he's going to make a liar out of me. There you go. 47 is coming down pit lane. And that's going to give the race lead back to Franco Alvarez. As Preston Hassel will start on the outside line in the 27, so he's worked his way up to P2. Santiago Barrios in the 5X is third. And Dana Grover will start in the 4th position. See Ritzky Novar 5th. Tony Furtado. Haven't talked too much about Tony tonight, man. He starts in the 6th position. And Valvoline sponsor machine, one of our old guard HORL boys. And here we go, getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green here in the 83. Gets a good jump. A long way to go. These guys going to mix it up here early on to get some track position. And 27 there holding on to P2 as Barrios dives into P3. Dana Grover is in 4th. Take a look at Dana Grover. He's got a bird's eye view here of a good battle between Barrios and Hassel. Like Bardelli Jr. might have had some more trouble. He is off the pace again. Looks like he might have lost his connection again. Wow. The 89 of Dana Grover and Ritzky Novar battling. Also, Tony Furtado in this mix. Tony Furtado in the 9 car looking like he wants to get around that 10. On board here with Tony Furtado. He's running in the 6th position. Good run here for him so far. And 24, Sean Jacobs. A little gap there between he and the 9 car. He's closing in. And that's Sean Jacobs in a Kubota sponsored Camaro. Craig Marizon in the 60. Really one of those guys, man, is so good about weaving his way through traffic, man. Got some tough contenders there with the 24 and the 54. And look at that, Marizon peeking on the inside of that Kubota sponsor machine. Craig Marizon. And Palumbo trying to figure out who he wants to go with. And at 54 cars, he's watching Craig Marizon make that pass, might use this opening. Now he's back up to the high line. Now he's going to dive down to the bottom line. Use this opening that Marizon's making to try to get around Sean Jacobs. Now side by side with the 54 and the 24. Classic battle there. Oh, it might have been a little contact. Might have been a little contact between the Hellman's machine and the Kubota Camaro. And Ed Palumbo's trying to sneak through there, but Sean Jacobs keeping him honest. Wow. Good racing there. Couple old guard HORL guys mixing it up. Chris Hughes, good to see Chris Hughes out here. He's making a pass on the 68 car. Chris Hughes picking up P13 as Givaldo falling back to P14. So good battle here as the 7 car on shape sponsor Camaro picking up a spot now up to the 13th position. Alvarez the leader. At 4/10 over Preston Hassel. Hassel has been able to reel him in a little bit. The 5X of Santiago Barrios running in third. Dana Grover is in the fourth position. The top Toyota in the field in the 89 Tracks VR sponsored machine. Fireball Flash Racing. Got a couple Toyotas there working together as Ritsky Novar is just behind. Take a look at Colin Madiak, and here's first race out here with us in a long time. Interesting to see how he's going to do in that IndyCar series tomorrow. He hasn't been out racing in a long time, but man, I'll tell you what, he is fast. He was the top time in practice today when I checked it. So the Ohio native may be coming in tomorrow. Join us at 1 p.m. tomorrow to watch Colin Madiak. He's going to have a handful with Hank Staneker. See Art Vieta there giving the 4X a handful. Oh, Vieta way down to the inside. Vieta got a little bit loose, it looked like. And came back up the track. What happened there to Art Vieta? What in the world went on there? Let's take a look. Art Vieta, watch this. He goes way up the track here, and he's going to lose the back end of this, I think. Right there, he loses the back end, trying to keep from hitting the wall down to the inside of the dog leg, and has to give that spot back. So Vieta does a great job of saving that. He's running in P11. Dennis Schuderchen in the 47 car. Chris Hughes in the 7, battling it out. Dennis Schuderchen running in the 12th position. Craig Gallagher here plugging away, man. He's in that 9X car. A little bit of a learning curve right now for Craig, but we got him set up here. He had some connection issues earlier, wasn't able to connect, and we got that figured out, and it looks like he's running in the 15 spots. Last car on the lead lap. Look at this, Tony Furtado and Craig Marizon. I'm telling you, Marizon, I was talking about how he's good at weaving his way through traffic. Moving up. Picking up a spot there. I mean, I'll tell you, anytime you're able to get around Tony Furtado, you're doing pretty good. Furtado and the Valve Elite sponsored Camaro running in 7th as Marizon now up to P6. Colin Madiak and Sean Jacobs now having a battle. Madiak in the Ford on the inside. That 4X car getting around Sean Jacobs. Jacobs going to keep him honest, though, on the outside line, fighting back. And Vieta has a look at this. Now remember, Vieta went way down to the inside to keep from getting out of, into the wall and lost the handling of the car, but was able to save it. And now Sean Jacobs got to deal with the 4 car. Looking out of the back of Madiak's machine at Vieta and Jacobs, and Vieta now inches ahead. So 4X. Colin Madiak now in 9th. Sean Jacobs has fallen back to the 11th position as Archie Vieta running in P10. Chris Hughes and Dennis Schuderchen mixing it up as Schuderchen now has to battle and deal with Chris Hughes as Hughes gets by, picking up a P12. Ed Palumbo and Colin Madiak battling. Ed Palumbo also has Art Vieta trying to sneak through. Art Vieta sneaking through as well. Vieta in the 4 car gets by. Now Sean Jacobs all over the back of the 54. Ed Palumbo lost a couple spots here as Madiak went through, and Vieta was able to capitalize and get by. And now Ed Palumbo trying to play catch up here a little bit. Wow. Racing going on. We'll take a look here. Dana Grover on the high side as Ritsky Novar going to get through. Also, Marizon looking to get through as well. Oh, man, there was contact there. Novar lost the handling of the car. Drifted up a little bit. And now that's going to leave it open because the 89 had to check up. And there was almost a wreck there. Now Furtado to the inside. Dana Grover, he might have to change his diapers, man. So that got crazy. Holy smokes. And these guys are going to get around Craig Gallagher. Gallagher, a lap car, going to let these guys go by. Wow. That got interesting there. Take a look at this again as Novar goes to the inside. Grover's up on the outside, and right here, this gets interesting. The 10's going to drift up a little bit, I believe. Drifts up right there, just a little bit, and wow, almost a wreck. And that was bad news for Dana as he gives up a couple spots. Those guys going to slip through as they're watching the replay. Franco Alvarez says, I don't want any part of that. He has not been able to run away for Preston Hassel. Hassel in the 27 is about 3/10 back. That was about 4 to 5/10 a few laps ago, about 10 laps ago. And some good clean racing here, 41 laps in. We've had a bit of a problem getting things going here tonight with some of the connection stuff. As the 83 of Franco Alvarez, our leader, now extending that lead to 5/10. Maybe he sees he's on television, huh? Santiago Barrios running into third position in the 5X car. One of our temporary cars there. He makes a habit of racing with us. We'll get him a car. The car said, I know Franco Alvarez loves to paint cars. Archie Vieta and Colin Madiak here mixing it up. Just ahead of them is the 89 of Dana Grover. Look at that, the 4 and the 4X. These guys have been in each other's postal code. Oh, Vieta hits the outside wall. Contact for Vieta in the outside wall. These guys have been in each other's postal code all night long. And Vieta just overdrove, got out of the groove a little bit, and got up into the outside wall. And that might have damaged his car. He is now off the pacer just a little bit as Madiak pulling away. Madiak now running behind that Trax VR sponsor machine. He's going to the outside. He's going to try to get by, but now he's got a roadblock there with the 9 car. Uh-oh, a little warping right there, it looked like. So the 83 of Alvarez, there was some issue there. He said something about his Adobe program was thinking he had something else running or whatever, and alt-tabbed him out of the game or out of the deal. So let's see if he's able to. He is 1 lap down, so he is on pit lane. Wow, what a bummer there. So he was battling, and man, all kinds of stuff going on here, huh? Craig Gallagher now picking up a spot as Madiak is 1 lap down. Just as quickly as you climb up there and start having a battle, then you have a program interrupt your stuff. I always shut down all my stuff, man. Got a lot of stuff running, man. OBS, the game, about 15 programs there that deal with the race itself. I don't want anything messing with my connection. Keep my fingers crossed here. And the 89 and the 4 having a good battle. This is for the 6th position as the 4 picking up a spot as the 89 now dropping back to P7. Tony Furtado running in the 8th position. And maybe Craig Gallagher is, so you see Madiak getting by Craig Gallagher. And Madiak now one lap down He is in the lucky dog spot, so if there is a caution flag, that'll be good news for him. And now Franco Alvarez starting to roll up on some lap traffic. That is Colin Madiak just ahead, so Madiak in the one lap down spot. Lucky dog, 4X cars in the 14th position. We got a battle here. Look at this battle for P4. Greg Marzon and Santiago Barrios battling it out. Little Ford versus Chevy, and the Chevy going to get around. Now taking over P4 is Santiago, moving back to P5. And that race may not be over there. And another good battle here as classic battle, 24 and the 54. These guys have been racing each other for, 20 years? And the 24 are going to get by and put that 54 down to P10 as Sean Jacobs is in ninth. Craig Gallagher is on pit lane, taking some service here on lap 52. So we take a look at Craig Gallagher making a pit stop here as Franco Alvarez, our leader. Craig Gallagher in the Toyota. 4 tires and fuel for the 9X car. Might be seeing some pit stops here fairly soon. He's going to finish up his pit stop, and it does look like maybe Ed Palumbo is on pit lane. So interesting there as we see Craig Gallagher finishing up his pit stop. Well, Ed Palumbo on pit lane as you see the Gallagher go by. And Palumbo in the 54 making a pit stop on lap 54. And he's finishing up his pit stop now in P13. And we're getting some word that Alvarez is going to be coming down pit lane. So Franco Alvarez in the 83 car. 55 laps in. Approaching halfway as the 83 coming down pit lane. Oh, man, look at that. That car was sideways. So Franco Alvarez trying to maximize that entry. He's one of the best at drifting the car, and that's exactly what I was doing. You might as well burn those tires up on the way into pit lane to get every second you can. And he is on pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Preston Hassel. We got Alvarez, Vieira, also Jacobs on pit lane. And now Preston Hassel coming down pit lane. Now it's going to give the race lead to Craig Marzon. We go here and take a look at Franco Alvarez finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Fresh tires, 4 fresh tires and fuel for Alvarez. He's down low there. It looked like Bardelli Jr. was going to try to get off the track, and Alvarez had to go below the line to avoid it. So Marzon on pit lane now. As Alvarez comes out in P3. Greg Marzon in the 60 car on pit lane. Alvarez back to the lead. As Marzon finishing up his pit stop. Coming back out on track. So maybe a full round of pit stops in the books there. Good, clean pit stops. Take a look at where Alvarez is at compared to P2. So he's got a 9-second lead over the second place car, Ritsky Novar in the Toyota. That on and off pit lane. I'm not sure there's another driver out there that can match what Franco Alvarez does on and off pit lane. That in, out. Oh, no. Givaldo got a penalty. Speeding penalty, so he's having a drive-through now. Whoa, Nelly. The drive-through penalty for the 68 car. What a tough break there for the 68. We are now at halfway. 60 laps to go. Preston Hassel now shown in the second position. Ritsky Novar just behind him is in third. Art Rivera in the fourth position. Preston Hassel had gotten around Novar. That was a little bit of a battle there. And now the 27 running into second position. It was Ritsky Novar in the 10. The Raven Puff sponsored Toyota running in third. Indiana fourth. Palumbo is in fifth. Palumbo had a pretty good night here, and he's going to want to see these guys get a little racy here to close in. He's about 5 seconds behind P4. There's on right there with him. And those guys, I think, might work together, too. I mean, they've raced a lot of laps. Tony Furtado, don't count him out. You get up there with that crew, and you got a really strong three-car pack to close in on those guys racing each other. And Preston Hassel, Ritsky Novar, and Art Rivera, if these guys start getting racy side by side, that's going to help that 5, 6, 7 crew out. Barrios in that as well. Barrios not too far behind those guys. He's 17 seconds back in the 8th position. A little bit of a gap there between he and P7, which is Tony Furtado. About a 1.2 second gap. And I just mentioned something about these guys getting racy, and look at this. The 60 car going down to the bottom side. Palumbo not going to fight him too hard, I don't think. And Furtado in this mix. Tony Furtado now closing in on the back of the 54 car. A bunch of Chevys here working together. Whoa, man, that got close. That got close. It's Furtado trying to sneak the nose of that car underneath that helmet sponsor machine. And a good battle here from a couple KG old guard HORL drivers. These guys go back 20 years, 20 plus years, man. And Furtado getting by as the Hellman's sponsor machine drops back to the 7th position. Furtado now in P6. Sean Jacobs in the 24. Running in the 10th spot now as Colin Matiak is in 11th. Matiak, lucky there for him. He's on the lead lap, but he might have stayed out. Remember, he had some trouble with the connection. He might be on older tires. Take a look at here. Santiago Barrios in a 5X diving down to the inside of the 54. And the Ford gets by. Santiago now up to P7 as Ed Palumbo is in 8th. And I was thinking maybe Ed might be a couple scenarios here. Maybe a 2-tire stop. Maybe saving some tires here as well. Not hear anything on the radio from that crew. Dana Grover is in the 9th position in the 89 car, closing in on the 54. Top 10 run here for Dana Grover, racing from the Trax VR facility. Chris Hughes in his first race out here in a little bit. If I remember right, he's also a teacher like myself, and he might be off finishing out the year. Maybe he's already done with the year. I'm not sure of their calendar in that area of the world, but here he is back out racing with us. He's running in the 12th position in the 7th car. He is in the lucky dog spot, 1 lap down. So if there is a caution flag, he's got that lucky dog, at least for now. Franco Alvarez does not want to see a caution flag. Since the pit stops, that in-out has really gained him a lot of time, and he is the leader. Good battle there for P2 behind. P2, P3, P4, all there nose to tail. And that's Preston Hassel, Ritzky Novar, and Artur Vieira. That battle there between Novar and Vieira is pretty tight, as it looks like Preston Hassel going to get around the lap car. Oh, they're 3 wide there. 3 wide is a 9X of Craig Gallagher. Getting out of the way. Artur Vieira going to try to use this opening to make a pass. He's down to the inside. Novar slamming the door. Novar slammed the door there on him. But Vieira not giving up. Well, Artur Vieira not giving up on this. He has got to run here on the inside. Can he get around Ritzky Novar? Good side-by-side racing here between the 4 and the 10. Little Toyota versus Chevy. Vieira working on that bottom side. What a great battle here. The Brazilian versus the Indonesian. Great international flavor here. Toyota versus Chevy. It's still side by side. Novar really pushing it on the outside line. Artur Vieira on the inside. Needs a little bit more room to use a little bit more track to be able to pull off that pass. Might have it this time. Diving into the inside. Little goose in the throttle. Oh, can he clear the 10 car? And it looks like he does. Boy, did he have to work for that. Oh, now there's contact. Committed, and Novar and Vieira make contact. Oh, my heavens. Vieira, that was a hard contact with the outside wall, and that car is boogered up now. Oh, my heavens, man. Let's take a look here as Vieira had him cleared, was drifting up. Novar had a run. Vieira came over across Novar and then hard into the outside wall. On board here with Vieira hard into the wall right there. That thing is boogered up now. Board here with Ritzky Novar. Right there, man. Oh, I think Vieira had just committed. He thought, I've got him. I'm going to squeeze this car in there. And Novar had a run off the corner. Said, I don't think so. I don't think he meant to get into him, but holy smokes. Take one more look at that as Vieira had climbed down here. Got underneath him. Tried to clear him. Here, committed to coming over. This might be a little bit right there and then into the wall. Man. Santiago Barrios to the inside of Craig Marizon. Santiago in the 5X. Tony Furtado trying to follow him through as well. Barrios picking up a spot. Tony Furtado going to sneak there and try to get around a 60 car. Barrios has gotten through. Now he's going to slam the door on Furtado. And Vieira is on pit lane taking some service. Big time hit for him on pit lane. Holy smokes, man. So Artur Vieira on pit lane taking some service here after making contact with the outside wall. And a lot of time on pit lane for Artur Vieira. Now back to P12. As now Franco Alvarez, our leader. A little bit of contact with the outside wall here on lap 82. Way up there up the track, and it looks like Vieira now back out on the track. And he is 2 laps down. What a tough break there for Vieira, man. Had a good car, got contact with Ritsky Novar, and now off the pace here, 2 laps down. A tough break, man. That is racing. You win some, you lose some. In the case of me, I lose most and win few. I'm usually up there pretty well, though. I mean, not too bad of a driver. Got a couple championships. Preston Hassel, speaking of championships, this guy's got a lot under his belt. One of those old guard HORL guys running in the second position. And out there by himself right now. Ritsky Novar is in third. Craig Gallagher on pit lane, by the way. As Vieira's back out on the track after taking service, getting that car fixed. Colin Matiak has not been able to recover since that incident there where he had the program open up and kick him to his desktop, I believe. Take a look at Tony Furtado having a good night, good top 5 run here for Tony. It's been quiet for him. He hasn't had to really push things. He's made passes whenever he's needed to, taking advantage of that. And now up to P5. Good top 5 run here for the 9 car. Craig Marizon running in 10th. That was running in the 6th position. That was a good battle there between the two of those guys. Now almost 2 seconds separate them. About 1.7, 1.8 seconds separate the two of those guys. Chris Hughes is on pit lane. Looks like the Ford diving down to the inside. There might have been some contact there for Artur. He had to avoid. He was diving down to avoid some contact there with maybe Craig Gallagher. Chris Hughes now back out on track after taking some service in this 7 car. He's running in the 13 spots. Dana Grover and Sean Jacobs here battling it out. Jacobs on the outside, Dana Grover on the inside. This battle is for the 7 spots. Good battle here, side by side between the Toyota and the Chevy. And it looks like Sean Jacobs going to come up on top. And their guy's trying to stay on the lead lap there. Jacobs feels a sense of urgency to stay on the lead lap as Franco Alvarez is closed in on those guys. So Alvarez in the 83 going to get by, and I think Dana Grover has decided to come down pit lane. So Dana Grover on pit lane here on lap 90. And you want to get on and off pit lane as smoothly as possible and hope some of those other guys that were ahead of you before you came off the track to come down pit lane. What a horrible camera angle that is. Oh my God. These guys have got to do a little rework of some of these cameras on these tracks, man. I think when they make them, they don't really super think about people who broadcast races and so forth. They just kind of throw some cameras out there, and not all of them are that great. Franco Alvarez now coming down pit lane. Oh, another fast entry. Get that thing wound up before the timing line. And again, that little no man's land as you come off the track and go to the timing line. That no man's land is really where you can win and lose battles on your in and out pit lane. Santiago Barrios is running in P2. I suggest to you he probably will claim the lead here. And he is the race leader. So Barrios the leader in the 5X car. Alvarez coming back out of pit lane after taking service. Barrios now on pit lane. You see how much longer it took him on that no man's land after you come off the track onto the apron, where Alvarez is drifting it almost. He's carrying so much speed. Look at Chris Hughes running in the 13th position. Just behind him on the track is the third place car of Preston Hassel. Preston wanting to get through these guys. A little traffic here to deal with for Preston Hassel in the 27. Preston now running in the second position. Dennis Unichin in the 47 car, the Toyota. He's running in the 5th position. Early on had some battles, but now coming off the track to come down pit lane. And he's climbed up the grid here. We'll see maybe some pit sequence. See where he ends up after he finishes up his pit stop. "95 laps in, Franco Alvarez is the leader. On and off pit lane is the secret, at least one of his secrets. And there is a lot to be said about practicing on and off pit lane. You're in and you're out. Some guys really want to avoid the possibility of speeding and keep it maybe a little bit too conservatively. Valdo Spindola in his 68 car running in the 14th position. He is 3 laps down. That's 68. Been a tough night there early on for the 68 car, but battling here to get some points for the championship. And he's running in P14. Tony Furtado now down 1 lap, running in the 4th position. And again, it's really all about getting on and off pit lane. I've been saying this for the last 10 minutes or so, and it really is. I mean, Alvarez is fast anyway, but you're getting on and off pit lane. That is where he really, really is able to separate himself from these guys. Novar running in the 3rd spot in the 10th position, or in the number 10 car, in P3. We are on lap 99. Tony Furtado running in P4 in the lucky dog position in the 9 car. And a good top 5 run here for him tonight. Good points night here so far for the Valvoline sponsored Chevy. And Palumbo running in the 5th position, but he's got Santiago Barrios breathing down his neck. Out of the back of Ed Palumbo's machine, Santiago running in the 6th spot. Art Vieta running in 7th. Vieta might be off sequence a little bit with pit stops. Remember, he had that contact with the outside wall. The problems there for Vieta. And Barrios down to the inside, trying to get underneath that 54 car. Probably no harder driver to pass than the 54. That Hellman spots machine trying to hold on to that spot. Barrios to the inside, and Palumbo battling back on the outside line. Great battle between the Ford and the Chevy. And Archer Vieta has a ringside seat for this as well. As Barrios is he gonna be able to get by that 54. There we go, Vieta now coming down pit lane. I knew he was off sequence. Now Sean Jacobs has got that bird's eye view, or that ringside seat, I should say. As Barrios is able to get by at Palumbo, and he had to fight for it. Barrios, a new driver, has shown a heck of a lot of talent. Really a high racing IQ, and he is lightning fast. So running in the 5th position. Speaking of lightning fast, that's the 83. Franco Alvarez. Preston Hassel here in the 27 car. Got Ritsky Novar starting to close in, about half a second back. So this battle heating up for P2. These guys won't fight too much there because Alvarez might put him a lap down. Hassel definitely does not want to give up that spot. He wants to get through the lap traffic as smoothly as possible. Sean Jacobs here battling at a Palumbo, 54 and the 24 battling it out. As the 24 going to eke through there, that Kubota sponsors Chevy. And Palumbo falling back to P7 as Sean Jacobs up to P6. So Jacobs looking a little fast here in this this run after pit stops. Up to P6. To close in on Santiago Barrios. Take a look at that gap there. About 2 tenths separate the two of those guys. 2-3 tenths. So getting close. The 24 to the 5X. Little Ford versus Chevy. We'll keep our eye on that battle. Colin Matiak, he's had an interesting night. His first race back in the stock cars in the 4X. Racing the Ford for great Ohio drivers. Don't forget to check him out tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be at Indy Road Course for the second race of the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series season. Indy GP. I love that track, man. It is a home track for me. I live about 45 miles north of Indianapolis. I've been to Indianapolis Motor Speedway many, many times. Grew up with the Indianapolis 500, and I haven't been to the Indy GP. I have been to some GT3 races at Indy. IROC races back in the day, the Brickyard, Xfinity trucks. But never watching the Indy cars race live, in real life, in the Indy Road Course, Indy GP. Preston Hassel and Dana Grover here battling. Good battle here between the two of those guys. Little Chevy versus Toyota here on lap 113. And, boy, getting close there. And Palumbo got to be the hardest guy on the track to pass, and he holds on to that spot as Dana Grover has to settle for the 8th position for now. And Palumbo not ready to give up, P7. Ritsky Novar now closing in on Preston Hassel. This battle is tightening up. On board here with Ritsky Novar. And Novar trying to close in on the 27 and get by. Uh-oh. Look like some guys get, discoed. Disconnects. And it looks like a bunch of guys got disconnected here. Oh, my heavens, man. So a bunch of guys got disconnected here all at once, man. And we'll go ahead and finish this out. It looked like these guys got discoed. What the heck, man? And Franco Alvarez thinking, what the heck? Preston Hassel stays connected, but a bunch of guys got discoed. That is a really unfortunate. What a bummer. I have no idea. We're on our old server there as the other servers, some maintenance, and looked like a bunch of guys got disconnected. What a tough deal there. Unbelievable. So the 83 car, Franco Alvarez, is going to come away with the race win here. And he is the victor. Something went on there. We've been a little sketchy on this this old server here. For some reason, it's got a little sketchy with this Deddy. So the 83, Franco Alvarez, gets the win. Congratulations to him. I don't know what's going on there. rFactor 2, man. That's part of it. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. And we'll just get an interview with him. Don't worry about I don't think we're going to count this race. Everybody else getting kicked out. We'll see how we figure that out. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth and have a little chat with us. All right, Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth. And, man, what a weird situation there. We've been having this old server once in a while. It gets a little crazier. But it seemed like it was pretty solid here till, what, the last 5 laps?
Yeah, Heath, that's a good way to say it. Thank you for you. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, man, that was such a fun race. This track always offers some green flag runs to wear the tires out, to try to figure it out the strategy. This Model 1 Chevrolet was really good. It had great balance on the short runs. It was really good on the long runs. And yeah, just creating a big gap at the end and trying to lap the second car, but I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't.
Well, I think something I've noticed here, especially tonight, that it seems like once you come off the track to make a pit stop and that no man's land there, that is the apron before you get to the timing line, it seems like you're just a lot faster. Is that something you practice? Because the other guys lose a lot of time in that transition.
Oh, for sure. Both pit entry and pit exit I practice a lot, mainly the pit entry. And that was key today because on the first round of pit stops, I gained like 5 seconds on everybody on the pit stop. So that was crucial. And that gave me a buffer to push a little bit harder, knowing I had some cushion in case something went wrong. So yeah, that's really a good point.
Good mid-race action there with Preston Hassel kind of hounding you. He was closing in, and then, of course, that pit stop happened, and you were able to really extend the lead. Lap traffic, was that much of an issue for you tonight?
Yeah, the first part of the question, on the first run, I was saving a lot of fuel because if there wasn't any caution, I was saving a pit stop by doing that. Then the caution came out around lap 20, and that changed completely my strategy. I went full quali mode every single lap of the race because we didn't need to save anymore. And after that, I was trying to figure it out, trying to understand how the tire wear was working. And once I understood it, I started pushing and I was able to open the gap. And at the second question, it was very difficult. The majority of the people were pretty clean, pretty good. There was a couple of guys that weren't holding their line, and it was unpredictable, and it was kinda dangerous. But yeah, apart from that, it was very good overall.
Well, next week we have Las Vegas to begin 2 mile-and-a-halfs in a row, Vegas and then Charlotte, and then Nashville to finish out the season. I'm guessing, the focus is going to be on Vegas first, of course. How do you feel about that track?
I love Las Vegas. That's one of my favorite cookie cutters. I love it, and I expect a lot of chaos, maybe. I expect a lot of tire wear, a lot of tire strategy. And yeah, kind of similar to Texas in a way. So yeah, I am not the biggest fan of the mile and a half, but let's try our best to finish the season strong.
Well, congratulations. Another great win there for you and the Mobile One camp, and good luck to you next week. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. See you guys next week.
It's Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and another win, and he gets one at Phoenix. Great track, and a little bit of a controversial ending to this race. We'll have to see how we take that, figure that out. Don't forget on the tomorrow night at 1 p.m. or tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. I'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at Indianapolis GP. It'll be live, flag-to-flag coverage there, 50-lap race at Indy GP. It's race number 2 of the season. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget that thumbs up button, smash the subscribe button, and massage the bell. That's going to do it for me tonight. I am out.